be on the right side of history on this. And I'm not... Yeah, I'm not Brandon. You know, and there's some people that are good people that can be wrong on this. And, you know, some of them are politicians and some. So I don't think, and some of you may disagree, I don't think there's any evil people involved in this, but I think there's a lot of wrong people involved. And our job is to bring them over to the truth based on the facts in as polite a way as we can. So getting back to that, that's why I don't want my name on it, because I'm looked at as an anti-vax, anti-mask kind of radical. That's the guy I'm supposed to be. I'm not that. I'm not anti-vax. I'm not anti-mask. I'm simply anti-mandates because I think from a political, historical, perspective, once we travel down this, and you're going to hear from Dr. Yan here in a bit, I think, again. We had a long talk with her last night. Mandates actually create a very corrosive influence in our society because, and she will tell you, I think, the Chinese government treats this is an intentional thing. It's to separate Americans from Americans based on whatever they can find. It creates friction in society, and I'm just trying to reduce that friction and not do mandates and let just people exercise their free will. How we come to that, that's going to be a political solution. The politicians will hopefully find the best way through that. But we've got to come together. We got to get back to the old normal, not what some people call the new normal. I think the old normal is the best way to come to. But once we get on this mandate path, forget vaccines and masks for a moment, but once we get on the mandate path, we open up a Pandora's box that we're not going to be able to close again, because it conditions us to think that local government officials like mayors can stand up and tell you to put something on your face or something in your arm. I'm a politician, and I thought until a year ago, I never thought I'd ever get in a position to say that. I'm supposed to be out hunting and trapping right now. That's what I do this time of year in my retirement. That kind of ended. I just want to bring us back together to the best way we can and understand that mandates are just not the way to go. They're hurting us. And so we got to come together. I know the assembly meetings get very corrosive. I'm looked at as a guy who's really stirred the pot, and I don't think I have. I may have made a couple mistakes, removing a plexiglass shield or something like that. But that's a different issue. I've stood up twice in front of the assembly and says, folks, do me a favor, calm this down. We need to get through the process. Everybody needs to speak. Because I know these people. They're the same people who lost their jobs, lost their businesses. They lost their homes because they put a mortgage on their home to start their business. And then when they were shut down last year, they lost everything. And now it's starting all over again with mandates. And I hear this every day, all day. It's starting all over again. And the restaurant owners, small business owners are absolutely terrified. And so if I were to order I don't know how I do that, in an assembly meeting or whatever, to order people to not protest or scream or holler, they'll turn on me just like they turn on the assembly. And I just think this tea kettle that's boiling here at a pretty fevered pace, we need to start relieving some of that pressure. And my thing is, and I've told the assembly chair a couple times, I says, just let folks scream, let them holler and vent, because they've lost everything, and they're starting to rebuild. And now they think they're going to lose it again, and they could. But all I can do is commit to you, as long as I'm here, we're not doing mandates, and it's just not going to happen. We know it's not the right path forward as far as curing this pandemic. It just isn't. The scientists are telling this. telling us just that. And so I'm trying to find a political solution based on the science that's available, the best science, and I'm just here to tell you after a long dinner and meeting last night with these folks, this is the best science available. And I know the media disparages them. These people have sacrificed a lot. Dr. Yan is here. You'll get introduced, I think, to her later. And literally, we've got a lot of security in this room because the Chinese government is after her because of what she's going to tell you today. They don't want her talking. So there's geopolitics in this. There's local politics. There's medicine. There's science. There's everything else. And let's just come to a solution on this and get as many healthcare professionals. And I was going to ask this too. No cameras looking that way, just all of them looking this way. From the back, how many healthcare professionals do we have in this room? It would be really nice. Oh, a lot more than I thought. Okay. This half was supposed to be the healthcare professional side, but then they opened it up to everyone, I guess. And that's really good because it looked to me like about 3/4 of you were healthcare professionals. And that's why I got into more detail, why Dr. Malone would give more detail. The afternoon session, I guess, I'm being told that the afternoon session is a little bit more general and so dumb people like me can understand it. So. Anyways, I'm done talking. I'm learning how to be a politician. I like to hear myself talk, so I'll sit down. Thank you. Thanks, Doc. Appreciate it.